Toby Fox has blessed me with free content. Let's go. Tutorial in the snow. I like how that was... Oh, wait, never mind. It's moving the whole time. Never mind. It's cold. Snow has blanketed the ground. In this state, it's hard to know to find anything. Let's start by looking up. Heat's Flames guy has been hit with one singular... why am I dumb? Snowflake. And yes, I know his name is Heat's Flames Man or Hot's Fires Guy. Actually, wait. What was his name in Deltarune? I actually don't remember that one. I think it's Hot's Fires Guy. Anyway, up above was the blue sky. Suddenly, a shadow appeared above you. Chicken! Hey, are you following me or something? Hey, if you're gonna follow me around, then follow me at the place where it looks like a butterfly. It flew away. This is the place. It's pronounced Blueski. Yeah, totally. No, that's not actually how you would say that, but that's how my brain reads that. There, I tested the waters, ground, and sky. I made several posts about chicken, which actually resemble an image of a dog climbing, and even made a song about a carpet. In case Blue Sky flies away, I uploaded all the posts here as a memorial. That way you don't have to remember the website. What is happening? He's broken his neck. They're all eating snow. Well, actually, no, Sans doesn't have a neck. But it looks like that horrible sprite from Super Mario Bros. 3, where Mario's neck just snaps when he's looking up. LTS testing game change. After 4 months of... Wait, we have a different GIF. Oh, he's just got a scarf. Okay. After 4 months of waiting for a stable version, we're able to update GameMaker and do a public testing of the new chapter switching command game change. It has some hiccups that need to be ironed out, but overall it seemed to work okay. However, as a side effect of updating GameMaker, many changes to the underlying engine caused unforeseen issues to pop up all over across the game, creating all new crashes, and even awakening some old bugs that were fixed a long time ago. We've tried to fix everything we can, but it's hard to know if we got everything. One day in the future, after 3 and 4 are out, we will need to update GameMaker again in an even more extensive way, causing new and unknown bugs, crashes, and strange differences to appear once again in a game that is twice as big as it is now. I hope this illuminates one interesting aspect of game creation for you guys. Thank you very much to everyone that tested. I was just about to test it. I got it downloaded. Look at this frisk. This is very Yume Nikki-like. I don't know why. But look at that. Deltarune progress update. Alright, as I was saying. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I got that version of Deltarune downloaded on my new computer. And I will probably be streaming it sometime. Buried into the snow was some kind of ancient crystal. Is this the very first public acknowledgement of the Snowgrave route? I feel like Toby hasn't acknowledged its existence yet. Or maybe he has, I can't think. I mean, it's definitely was alluded to a couple of times during Spampton Sweepstakes. But was there a direct confirmation that this route exists, or even a reference to any of its events until this point? Because I feel like Toby's treated it the same way he treats Gaster and other hidden things in Undertale and Deltarune that he pretends don't actually exist, even though they're 100% a part of the game. Anyway, buried into the snow was a kind of ancient crystal. Also, there's bones, which, well, that's probably just because it's a dog, but you could go wild and say, oh my gosh, Sans or Papyrus fight in the Snowgrave route. I don't know. It sure is ancient. It might even be 2 months old. The crystal resonated with a message. Deltarune reached its 6th anniversary. Since Undertale came out, 9 years passed, and I only released 2 chapters of Deltarune so far. Eternally, Chapter 3 and 4 are basically completed. Besides translation and bug testing, they are frozen, waiting to be released, just like Rayman in Battlefield. Impatiently, you dug it out. It seems that the dog will thaw with the passage of time. Don't use the defrost setting. It'll make the fur curl up and get sticky. More of this goofy big jacket, Frisk. Oh, it is got the umbrella flipped the wrong way to, like, catch snow instead. Chapter 3. The game was tested by a professional team on PC. It's a bit strange. Some of the only people to play the game so far are just some talented and reliable guys in a room somewhere. I wonder if they liked it. I'm going to ask if they liked it. I got a response. To summarize, it was a lot of work trying to test all the subtle details and text differences in the game. On the other hand, it was enjoyable to find these things on your own. As a single criticism, it's a bit inconvenient to not be able to save during longer portions, but those portions were totally fun and made you excited to see what was going to happen next. That seems like a fair assessment. There is a long section where you cannot save, but it's also rumored to be fun. No yo-yo, no yo-yo, dog twiddling realistic human thumbs. What the heck does no yo-yo mean? Anyway. Well, I guess it means dog twiddling realistic thumbs. But, I guess this does raise there has been a theory going around that that Chapter 4, the majority of Chapter 4 takes place in Hometown. And so far, we've been unable to save in Hometown. I'm like, what? I thought that because of that reason alone, there would be no chance that a large portion would take place in Hometown. However, I'm still skeptical about a large portion taking place in Hometown because so far, no gameplay happens in Hometown. It's just dialogue and interactions. And they might have consequences later down the line, like the various ways that you can get money from doing immoral things. I don't know why I said that so sinisterly. What was I saying? But this does seem to suggest that there might be a giant portion of that game. Then the question arises, are they going to go full Undertale mode? Like, will there be battles in the overworld, and then it'll have, like, the original Undertale UI, just like how everything else has the original Undertale UI? I feel like that won't happen, but I don't know what else they're going to put in Hometown that makes up for the lack of Dark World content, if that even is the case. Obviously, they can put puzzles and other weird interactable stuff, but I'm not sure. That's what the reviewers say so far. By the way, a number of reports from the testing team were about things that seemed like bugs but were actually intentional. Typo in text displayed after acquiring pizza sent in redacted. Overview. There seems to be a typo in the text displayed after acquiring pizza sent in the redacted area of redacted. Oh my gosh, that tiny little pixel that was left over from the redacted text. People are going to theorize on what that word is because of that tiny little part sticking out. It's probably a P or something. Details. After obtaining pizza sent, the line of dialogue from redacted contains the word, I don't know, pepperoni. However, it seems the correct word would be pepperoni. Alright, so now I'm starting to think that people were right about... Actually, I haven't seen the quote-unquote burger pants conspiracy yet, or the pizza pants conspiracy yet. I saw it show up in my recommended, but I didn't look into it, because I was going to work on those big videos about those big predicting Deltarune chapter, and I'm not going to look at any other people's major videos until then, because I don't want to just be stealing other people's predictions, because theirs are better. But at the same time, pizza and just food advertisements are still just as likely to be prominent in a TV-themed Dark World, because you get ads for pizza. Mark's Pizzeria! That is gonna play. Why do I keep having really long pauses for no apparent reason? So yeah, I imagine the Pizza Pants conspiracy is that Dark World Chapter 4 is actually going to be in the pizza place, the Icy's Pizza instead of in the church, like obviously logically will happen. But I'm unsure at this point. Chapter 3 is pretty solid now. Only console-related aspects remain. Chapter 4, Big Christmas Tree. This is being shown right at Chapter 4, so it could be Noel's house, or it's misleading us because Christmas it relates to Christianity, which then relates back to the church, so it's still the church, and Toby's trying to trick us again. This is quite the specifically colored Christmas tree. It doesn't look like any of the other sprites in the game, or maybe I'm just stupid. Anyway, read. The first Japanese translation passive Chapter 4 was placed into the game. Here's some text, although keep in mind the translation is a work in progress. It will take some months before the translation is completed with the final pass. Inferno. Yeah, alright. What's with you making me feel better? Oh no. Knock it off with the stupid voice. Whose stupid voice? I'm not reading this text. You enrich my enclosure. I could punch a hole in drywall and hide toys inside. Oh wait, can we see? No, we can't. Oh, that's Lancer talking, but we can't see who said the stupid text. Someday I'll do the same for you. Beautiful. Birdly lives. Well, obviously he lives in any route that isn't the Snowgrave route. But we're getting more Birdly content, which is peak. Listen, it disgusts me to say this, but as an act of charity, I will let you be the breeze under my wing. You, me, festival. Oh no, the shipping with Susie is continuing. Who the frick is Elena? Did it hurt you when you fell? Your tag says you're, the moon. What? Who is Elena? After the translation is nearing completion, we will begin PC testing. After that, we will do console testing for both Chapter 3 and 4. Another tree. Chapter 5, also Christmas tech sprites, so I'm still sticking by Chapter 5, Noel's house. Obviously they can't both be Noel's house. There is a clearing where some ice had melted. Birdly suddenly revives in the Snowgrave route in Chapter 5? Is that what this implies? I don't know. Some team members had to focus on Chapter 1, 2, and 3 bug fixes for a while, but our most recent hires have been able to work on Chapter 5 during that time, so progress has still been steady. The rate of creation is still quite solid this time. Many things are in development at once. Oh look, there he is, just as we were talking about him. Well, obviously he's going to have some role in the next chapters. And honestly, I feel like so far, well, actually, we can't say anything so far, because Chapter 3 isn't out. New merch on Friday, and in November, the sky turned black. What? Soon after, items were revealed in cartoonish shape. There are many things you can look at, but I'll talk about 2 specific revelations. Oh boy, we're actually talking about the important person's shirt. It's like a long mask you can wear stretched over your skin. It will make you look more like someone with an important connection to you. Super Kirby, their love will become yours. Your love will become theirs. Okay, we're not going to talk more in depth because that was already stated. So it's talking directly to us / the player now. So it's making, again, this could be either Kara or Chris. So about the important shirt. It's actually in both the Deltarune and Undertale shop, which is something I didn't realize at first, because I didn't realize they could even put the same product in 2 different franchise shops. But Yeah, it's in both. So important. It doesn't specifically highlight Kara, but the fact that it's in the Undertale one at all still also does highlight Kara, because it wouldn't be weird to call this, to just make the Chris shirt and call it the important person shirt, because, you know, that's the main character of the new game that you're making, and that's hot right now. Whereas Kara is seemingly out of mind at this point. But obviously we know that's not true, and Kara's going to come back in Deltarune in some way or another. And this just reinstates that. But here, it's specifically... But, well, I guess if it's talking about Chris, the connection is obvious. We, the player, control Chris and whatever. But we don't know if it's stating Chris. So, like, for years, people have made theories that Kara is a representation of the player, but, like, I've always felt that is stupid, and that makes no sense, because Kara is literally their own character. Unless Toby is playing the long game, and, like, after Deltarune is done, he's going to release another game where you play as Kara, then there can be a justification for Kara being connected to the player in that way. But until then, Kara is their own character with their own story that exists before the player does. So it doesn't make any sense that Kara is a manifestation of the player or anything along those lines. And also just the objective fact that Kara literally speaks out to the player and says that you're not in control, as they are separate entities from you. Anyway. Sean plush. Fangamer wanted to make another plush. I was told by many people that many people wanted a plush of Sham. I don't think Sham would believe that. In any case, I had to make a design. Wizard energy. And honestly, I'm pretty sure this Sham plush is actually the first time we even see Sham's full body. There it is. You gave them a staff with which they can cast magic, dusty magic, that twinkles like broken dreams. Although it could sort of be considered official, there's no tail. Should they have a large fluffy tail? Or maybe it was torn off by cruel and loving hands. Anyway, by now the tail in your mind should be stronger than anything I show you. Don't be discouraged. That is really interesting. By cruel and loving hands. And dusty magic, well, just dust is already interesting choice. That twinkles like broken dreams. Well, Sham already exhibits broken dreams. Everything about them is just like, feels like they cared at one point and do not care anymore. Anyway. One more funny gif. Can we just talk about how dumb Toriel's hat looks? New song! Theater Creator. Me and Camila collaborated on a new song for Sega's rhythm game. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. Let me get a zoom in on that. I can't zoom in that much. I already like the aesthetic a lot. That is a Gooseworks, Toby Fox, perfection level design, character design right there. This song is called Theater Creator. Each song in the game has a unique character that goes along with it. In this case, it's about a theater master who's actually a god of chaos. This was their idea. As usual for our collaborators, I created some of the melodies, then Camila did all the hard work. As for a reference for what type of song to make, Sega sent me an example. The example was The World Revolving, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the song. Papyrus. That is way more snow than was on that brother. On Halloween 2024, we announced Chapter 3 and 4 will release in 2025. This is a bajillion% true. We're also working on some other exciting things that we can't talk about now. But it will take a good while to get going, but 2025 looks like it will be an interesting year. Oh my gosh, guys, I used the word interesting. It's literally after. Oh, so what do we got here? Now that is interesting. Well, that's it. What could this mean? I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time thinking about it. Alright, that was a really interesting newsletter. There's a lot to speculate about here. I can't think of what the major thing that I wanted to return to was. But it's all crazy. Oh yeah, this character. I'm definitely gonna be looking up that name and see if there's any significance to that name. Oops, I flipped my phone. But unless I do find something immediately, that's probably the end of this video. Goodbye.